Welcome back to Top Coin. Have you ever held a quarter in your hand and wondered if it might be worth more than just 25 cents? What if I told you that a 1986 United States quarter dollar, yes, that simple coin you probably overlook every day, could be worth far more than its face value? Maybe even hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on its condition, rarity, and unique features. In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1986 United States quarter dollar, its rich history, the secrets hiding in plain sight, and how to know if the coin in your pocket might just be a miniature treasure. So stay tuned, because you might be sitting on a gold mine and not even know it. Let's rewind the clock and travel back to the year 1986. It was a significant year in American history. The country was buzzing with energy. The Space Shuttle Challenger had recently launched before its tragic explosion. The Statue of Liberty's centennial restoration was underway, and Ronald Reagan was serving his second term as president. During this time, the United States Mint continued its routine coinage, producing quarter dollars that most people simply used in vending machines or tossed into jars. But the 1986 quarter, minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, has become a point of interest for coin collectors and numismatists alike. Here's why. The 1986 quarter features the iconic image of George Washington on the obverse side, designed by John Flanagan. It's the same classic design used since 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. On the reverse side, we see the bold, majestic eagle with wings spread, perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath, a symbol of both strength and peace. Above the eagle, you'll find the words United States of America, with E pluribus unum just below it. At the bottom, the words quarter dollar are clearly engraved. Now, what should you look for on this coin? Pay close attention to the mint mark, a small letter indicating where the coin was made. For 1986, quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, with no mint mark; the Denver Mint, with a D; the San Francisco Mint, with an S; coins with the S mint mark were typically proof coins. More on that in a moment. Now comes the juicy part, the errors. Coin errors are like nature's little quirks. And when it comes to the 1986 quarter, collectors are always on the hunt for anomalies like these. Off-center strikes, if the design is visibly misaligned, that can increase value dramatically. Double dice. This is when the design appears duplicated, especially on the lettering or numbers clipped planchets. Part of the coin is missing, giving it a bitten look. Die cracks and cuts, raised lines or blobs caused by worn or damaged dies. These aren't just cool to look at. They can sell for a lot of money. In fact, some 1986 quarters with dramatic errors have sold at auctions for over $1,000. Even regular coins in mint state, meaning uncirculated and in pristine condition, can be worth significantly more than face value. The 1986 S-proof quarters are especially valuable if they're in perfect condition. These were specially made with polished dies and mirror-like finishes, sold in collector sets, graded by companies like PCGS or NGC. Proof coins that earn a grade of PR69 or PR70, the highest possible, can command premium prices. Similarly, regular business strike quarters from Philadelphia or Denver that grade MS66, MS67, or even MS68 are incredibly rare and valuable. In fact, a 1986 D quarter graded MS67 Plus by PCGS once sold for over $500. That's a profit of nearly 2,000 times its face value. So what exactly are collectors looking for in a valuable 1986 quarter? 3 key things: condition. The cleaner, shinier, and more flawless the coin, the better. Luster matters. Rarity, mint errors, low mintage numbers, or unique features can make a coin rare. I appeal, even if it's not perfect. A coin with strong visual impact can still attract premium buyers. If you find a coin that ticks all 3 boxes, don't just spend it. You might be holding a coin worth far more than a couple gumballs or parking minutes. Now, let's talk numbers. The 2025 market value of the 1986 quarter. Circulated coins. Worth between 25 cents and $1, depending on where mint state. MS65 to MS68 value ranges from $20 to $800 or more, especially for high-grade examples proof coins. PR69 or PR70 can go from $15 up to $300 or higher depending on demand or coins. Rare varieties have fetched between $100 to over $1,500 at major auctions. The value also depends on grading, demand, and precise details of the coin strike and preservation.so the next time you get change at a grocery store or dig through an old coin jar. Take a closer look. That 1986 quarter might be more than just small change. It could be a window into history and a ticket to a nice payday. Here are a few quick tips before we go. Use a magnifying glass to inspect coins for small errors or mint marks. Store valuable coins in plastic holders or albums to protect them from damage. Consider having coins graded if you believe they are in exceptional condition. Always keep an eye on auction sites and collector forums to stay updated on market prices. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a treasure hunt like this one. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or want to know the value of a coin in your collection. We might feature it in a future video. If you've ever held a quarter in your hand and thought it was just worth 25 cents, then today's video will open your eyes in a big way. Because the coin we're diving into is not just any quarter. It's the 1982 United States quarter dollar, a coin that's surprisingly valuable and wrapped in history and intrigue. Grab your magnifying glass and your coin jars. Because today we're talking about how a simple 1982 quarter might be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars if you know what to look for. This isn't just pocket change. This is real money, rare finds, and numismatic treasure. Let's get started. First, let's take a closer look at this fascinating piece of American coinage. The 1982 quarter was minted during a time of economic uncertainty. The United States was going through a recession. Inflation was a concern, and in the world of coin production, the U.S. Mint was making major changes to cut costs. What's particularly interesting about 1982 is that it was the first year the U.S. Mint stopped producing uncirculated mint sets for collectors. That means many coins from that year only entered circulation and were never preserved in pristine, mint condition, making high-quality examples quite rare today. Let's break it down. The 1982 Washington quarter features the familiar image of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan, with the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust, and of course the date, 1982, right below the bust. Flip the coin to the reverse, and you'll see the classic eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows and surrounded by olive branches, a symbol of peace and strength. The words United States of America arch above the eagle, with E pluribus unum below that, and quarter dollar across the bottom. Now, here's where things get really exciting. Because in 1982, not all quarters were created equal. There are two different mint marks to look out for, the D for Denver and the P for Philadelphia. But even more than that, there are multiple varieties, some of which can be incredibly valuable. Let's take a quick inventory. 1982 P quarter, struck in Philadelphia, with no mint mark. 1982 D quarter, struck in Denver, with a D mint mark. Now you might ask, what's so special about them? Well, let's dig deeper into the fascinating varieties and errors that make some of these coins worth much more than face value. One of the biggest reasons collectors go wild over 1,982 quarters is because of rare errors and varieties, particularly the 1982 D quarter with a missing mint mark, the double die errors, and high-grade coins in mint state condition. Let's explore them one by one. When the U.S. Mint didn't release uncirculated sets in 1982, it meant that collectors couldn't just go out and buy pristine coins from the mint. They had to find high-quality examples straight from circulation, and as you can guess, that's extremely difficult. Finding a 1982 quarter in mint state 65 or higher is quite rare. In fact, according to PCGS, the professional coin grading service, a 1982 P quarter graded MS67 has sold for over $1,000 at auction. That's right. A coin you might find in pocket change could be worth $1,000 or more if it's in top condition. Now let's talk about what collectors really love. Errors. Double die errors. These occur when the coin is struck more than once by the die, creating a doubling effect, especially visible in the lettering or the date. Some 1982 quarters exhibit doubling on the word Liberty or on the numbers in the date. Off-center strikes. These are coins that were not properly aligned when struck, resulting in a visible misalignment. Some off-center 1982 quarters are worth $50 to several $100s, depending on the degree of the error. Clipped planchets. This happens when part of the metal blank is missing before the coin is struck. These unusual shapes make for very collectible coins. Missing mint mark. Although most 1982 quarters from Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, a 1982 D quarter missing its D Mint mark is a known mint error that fetches strong prices. So how much could your 1982 quarter be worth? Well, it depends. Let's break it down into a basic guide. Here's what you might expect in today's market. Circulated 1982 P or 1982 D quarter. Usually worth 25 cents to $1 depending on condition. Uncirculated MS60, MS63, typically between $5 and $25. MS65 plus certified by PCGS or NGC. Between $75 and $300 plus. MS67 1982 P. Over $1,000 at major auctions. Rare errors, double die, off-center, clipped planchet. Anywhere from $50 to over $500 depending on type and severity. Proof-like examples or special strikes. These are extremely rare and can go for several $100s if found now. Before you go racing through your change jar or calling grandma to check her old purse, here's what you need to do to check your 1982 quarter's value. Inspect the coin's condition. Is it clean? Free from scratches and dings? That could mean higher value. Look for a mint mark on quarters. The mint mark is located just to the right of Washington's ponytail on the obverse. Use a magnifying glass. Look closely for any doubling in the lettering or numbers. Weigh your coin. A normal 1982 quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. Anything significantly different might indicate a wrong planchet error. Get it graded. If you believe you have something special, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. The 1982 quarter is a perfect example of how coins aren't just metal, they're living pieces of history. They hold stories from our past, and sometimes they hold hidden fortune. So before you spend that change in the vending machine, take a second look, because what seems like just another quarter might actually be worth a small fortune. And now it's your turn. Go check your jars, drawers, old wallets, and piggy banks. You might be sitting on a rare coin that could fetch a surprising price. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a deep dive into the fascinating world of coins. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're going to go hunting for the elusive 1982 quarter right after this video. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and potentially valuable coins you might have overlooked, the 2007 United States $quarter coin. That's right, a coin that millions have seen, spent, or even ignored, but some of them, just some, could be worth a lot more than 25 cents. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's go on a journey through history, mystery, and money. All wrapped up in a small silver disc called the 2007 U.S. quarter. In 1999, the United States Mint launched one of the most ambitious coin series in American history, the 50-state quarters program. A program that changed the face, quite literally, of the U.S. $quarter forever. Instead of the familiar eagle reverse, each year from 1999 through 2008 featured 5 new state designs, honoring each state of the Union in the order they ratified the Constitution or were admitted to the Union. Fast forward to 2007, the 9th year of the program, and we see 5 unique and beautiful designs representing Montana, Washington, Idaho, Wyoming, and Utah. Each one tells a different story. Each one carries symbolism, history, pride, and for a lucky few, significant value. Let's break down what makes each of these 2007 quarters not only a symbol of state pride, but a potential goldmine for collectors. Let's start with the Montana quarter, released in January 2007. It features a powerful image of a bison skull hovering above Montana's rugged mountains cape. It speaks to the wild, untamed history of the frontier and pays tribute to the great Native American cultures and bison herds that once dominated the plains. Next up is the Washington quarter, released in April 2007. It showcases a striking image of a king salmon leaping in front of Mount Rainier. If you've ever been to the Pacific Northwest, you know this quarter captures the spirit of Washington like no other. Then we have the Idaho quarter, which debuted in June. The design features a peregrine falcon, one of the fastest creatures on Earth, along with the state motto, Esto Perpetua, which means let it be perpetual, a symbol of nature, speed, and endurance. September brought us the Wyoming quarter, probably the most minimalist of the set. It features the iconic bucking horse and rider, a nod to the state's strong rodeo tradition and cowboy culture. Clean, simple, but powerful. And finally, December 2007 introduced the Utah quarter, highlighting the Golden Spike ceremony that connected the East and West of America with the Transcontinental Railroad. A pair of vintage locomotives and a shining spike tell a story of ambition, connection, and engineering brilliance. All five are rich in heritage, but that's not the only reason collectors crave them. Some of these coins are worth far more than face value. Now, let's talk about what truly matters to collectors' value. Not all 2007 quarters are created equal. While the vast majority are worth face value, just 25 cents, a small number carry collector value far beyond that. Why? It comes down to three critical factors: rarity, condition, and errors. Let's break them down. Some coins, due to low mintage numbers or special editions, are simply harder to find. For example, quarters minted in San Francisco marked with an S are proof coins, struck with extra detail and only available in collector sets. These can sell for anywhere between $3 and $15 or more, depending on condition. Grading is everything in numismatics. A 2007 quarter that is still in mint state condition, especially MS65 or higher, can command a good price. Some high-grade quarters, graded and certified by agencies like PCGS or NGC, have sold for $50 to over $300. Here's where it gets really interesting. Some 2007 quarters have rare minting errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, missing clad layers, or misaligned prints. For example, a double die Montana quarter has been known to sell for over $400. A missing clad layer Washington quarter once sold at auction for more than $600. That's 2,400 times its face value. And the cherry on top? Some of these error coins can be hiding in your change right now. So, how do you know if your 2007 quarter is valuable? Here's what to look for. Check the mint mark. Look near Washington's ponytail on the obverse. A D means Denver, P is Philadelphia, and S means San Francisco. Proof and silver quarters usually have the S mark. Inspect the coin closely under a magnifying glass. Look for any irregularities, doubled letters, distorted images, missing designs, or rough, blurry edges. Compare your coin with known error examples online or on auction sites like eBay or Heritage Auctions. If your coin looks uncirculated or unusual, consider sending it to be graded. Coins that are certified tend to sell for much higher prices. Let's talk real numbers. As of this year, 2025, here are the approximate values for top condition and error 2007 quarters. Standard circulation coins, 25 cents to $1 proof coins, San Francisco Mint. Non-silver $3 to $10 silver proof quarters, $10 to $25 mint. State condition, MS65 and above $10 to $100 error coins. Depending on rarity, $50 to over $500. Some rare combinations of error and high grade have been sold for more than $1,000 at certified auctions. If you're a collector or just getting started, here are some quick tips. Save your 2007 quarters, especially the state ones. They're part of a historic series that collectors will chase for generations. Keep a magnifying glass and a coin scale handy. Those tools can help you identify subtle errors or missing clad layers. Invest in coin holders and sleeves to preserve your best finds. Stay updated with auctions and price guides. The market is always changing. Join coin collecting communities online or locally. You'll learn a ton and might even trade your way to something rare. So there you have it. The 2007 United States $quarter coin is more than just pocket change. It's a piece of American art, history, and for a few lucky people, it might just be a small, shiny fortune. Whether you're hunting for errors, preserving your mint state gems, or just fascinated by the history carved into each design, these coins offer a world of discovery in just 25 cents. So the next time you get change at the store or crack open that old jar of coins, take a closer look. Because inside that humble quarter might be a collector's dream and possibly $1,000 payday. If you found this video helpful or fascinating, smash that like button, subscribe for more coin treasures. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a future upload. Drop a comment below if you found a rare coin. We'd love to hear your story. Today, we're diving deep into a hidden gem you might just have sitting in your coin jar, your glove box, or even in your wallet right now. The 2004 United States $quarter coin. But this isn't just any ordinary quarter. Some of these coins are turning heads in the collector's world and selling for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. So buckle up, because you're about to find out why a 25-cent piece from 2004 could be worth a whole lot more than face value. Let's start with the basics. The year 2004 was a special time in the history of U.S. coinage. This was during the famous 50-state quarters program, one of the most ambitious and successful coin series in the history of the United States Mint. Kicked off in 1999, this program ran until 2008 and honored each of the 50 U.S. states with a unique design on the reverse side of the quarter. In 2004, 5 new state quarters were released: Michigan, Florida, Texas, Iowa, and Wisconsin. Each of these designs tells a different story, a different piece of American history and culture, beautifully captured on a small coin. While most people use these coins in everyday transactions without a second thought, collectors knew better. They were watching, and they were waiting. Now, every coin minted by the U.S. Mint has a few important features you need to pay attention to. First, the mint mark, usually found just below the motto "In God We Trust" on the obverse front of the coin, tells you where the coin was produced. In 2004, quarters were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. That means you'll see either a P, D, or S mint mark, but here's where it gets interesting. While most of these coins were produced in the hundreds of millions, some specific errors, low mintages, or special finishes can send the value skyrocketing. For example, San Francisco minted coins with an S mint mark were struck only for collectors. These proof coins were not intended for circulation. They have a mirror-like finish and were made using specially polished dies, giving them a sharp, beautiful appearance. But there's one particular coin from this year that gets collectors buzzing, and that's the 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter. Let's talk about the legend of the 2004 D Wisconsin Extra Leaf Quarter. This coin is the king of all 2004 quarters. It's become one of the most famous modern coin errors in U.S. history. But what makes it so special? On the reverse side of the Wisconsin quarter, you'll see an image of a cow, a round of cheese, and a stalk of corn. Pretty straightforward, right? But some of these coins, specifically ones minted in Denver, were struck with a mysterious extra leaf on the corn stalk. And not just one version. There are 2 major varieties, the extra leaf high and the extra leaf low. These were not intentional features. Experts believe the extra leaf was the result of damage or modification to the die used to strike the coin. In other words, it was a minting error. But instead of being discarded, these error coins made their way into circulation. And ever since then, collectors have been hunting for them to ask, oh, how much are these little leaf errors worth today? Depending on the condition, the rarity, and the demand, these coins have sold for anywhere from $50 to over $1,000. That's right. A simple quarter could potentially buy you a brand new smartphone, pay part of your rent, or help fund your vacation. Now let's talk numbers. As of this year, the market for collectible coins is booming. More people than ever are getting into numismatics, the study and collection of coins, and that means higher demand, especially for error coins and rare varieties. Here's a quick rundown of current market values for some 2004 quarter varieties. 2004. D Wisconsin Extra Leaf High or Low in circulated condition. Typically sells for $50 to $200, depending on where. Uncirculated versions or graded MS65 and higher. Prices can range from $400 to over $1,200 at auction. Proof coins from San Francisco S. Mint marked silver proof quarters can fetch $10 to $30, and complete proof sets go for much more. Regular state quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition may still fetch a small premium, up to a few dollars, especially in rolls or complete collections that how do you know if your 2004 quarter is valuable? Look for these key things. Mint mark, P, D, or S signs of the extra leaf on the Wisconsin quarter, sharpness of the design. Uncirculated coins are worth more. Coins still in mint packaging or proof sets. Now you're probably wondering, how can I find one of these valuable coins? Great question. Start by checking your spare change. Yes, seriously. These coins made their way into circulation, and they are still out there. Go through your coin jar, your couch cushions, your junk drawer. Ask your friends and family if they have old state quarters lying around. That if you want to level up, visit your local coin shops, flea markets, or estate sales. You'd be surprised how many people overlook the value of these coins. Online marketplaces like eBay can also be a treasure trove. Just make sure you're buying from trusted sellers and looking for graded or authenticated coins. The 2004 $quarter coin is more than just a piece of pocket change. It's a miniature time capsule, a tiny piece of American history, And in some cases, it's literally a hidden treasure. Whether it's the extra leaf Wisconsin variety or a shiny proof coin from San Francisco, these quarters can be worth far more than 25 cents. If you know what to look for, the next time you get a quarter back in change, take a closer look. That coin might just pay off in a big way. Don't forget to keep an eye out for those mint marks, those tiny design quirks, and especially that mysterious extra leaf. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries and money-making tips. Comment below if you've ever found a valuable coin or if you're going to check your quarters after watching this. And remember, sometimes the greatest treasures are hiding in plain sight. The year is 2001. The United States Mint is in the middle of one of its most ambitious and widely celebrated coin programs in history, the 50-state quarters program. This program ran from 1999 to 2008 and featured unique designs for each of the 50 states. It was a way to celebrate the rich diversity and history of America, state by state. In the year 2001 alone, the U.S. Mint released quarters for 5 different states: New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Kentucky. Each of these quarters had its own distinct reverse design that captured something special about that particular state. Millions of these coins were minted. In fact, hundreds of millions. But hidden among the sea of ordinary quarters are a few very rare and very valuable gems. So what exactly does the 2001 quarter look like? On the front, or the obverse, is the familiar and dignified profile of George Washington. The word liberty arches above his head. The phrase "In God we trust" is positioned to his left. Below his neck, the year 2001 is struck, and underneath that, you may see a small letter, a mint mark, indicating where the coin was made. More on that later, because it's incredibly important. Now flip the coin over. The reverse design is where things get really interesting. Depending on the state, you'll see New York's quarter, the Statue of Liberty, a map of the state, and the words "Gateway to Freedom." North Carolina's quarter, a beautiful scene from Kitty Hawk with the Wright brothers' first flight. Rhode Island's quarter, a stunning depiction of a sailboat gliding across Narragansett Bay. Vermont's quarter, a snowy landscape with maple trees being tapped for syrup. Kentucky's quarter, the famous Federal Hill Mansion, with a horse in the foreground, symbolizing Kentucky's proud tradition of thoroughbred racing. These designs weren't just artistic, they were powerful symbols of American heritage. And today, they hold a lot more than just sentimental value. Here's the million-dollar question. Why would a 2001 quarter be worth more than 25 cents? Well, not all quarters are created equal. The true value of any coin lies in its rarity, condition, and errors. Let's break it down. 1. Rare minting errors. Some 2001 quarters were struck with serious mistakes, and those mistakes can mean big money. We're talking about off-center strikes, double dies, missing mint marks, and coins struck on the wrong planchet. Imagine a quarter that was accidentally struck on a nickel blank. That type of error makes collectors go wild and can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction point. 2. High-grade coins. A 2001 quarter in perfect condition. That's what collectors call mint state or graded MS, 67 or higher by professional services, is much harder to find than you think. Most coins are dinged up in circulation. A pristine, uncirculated coin with sharp detail and luster can fetch a premium price. 3. Proof coins. These are not your everyday pocket change. Proof coins are specially made for collectors, with mirror-like finishes and incredible detail. A 2001 proof quarter, especially in silver, is highly collectible and can sell for much more than face value, especially if still in original packaging or graded by PCGS or NGC. Now, let's talk numbers. How much is a 2001 quarter actually worth today? Circulated condition. Most 2001 quarters you find in everyday change are worth face value, 25 cents. But hold on. If you have a 2001 quarter with a mint error, like a double die reverse or a planchet error, the value jumps dramatically. For example, a 2001 Kentucky quarter with a dramatic off-center strike has sold for over $300. A 2001 Vermont quarter with a major die crack went for over $150. A rare double die New York quarter, over $1,000 in top condition. Uncirculated MS, 67 or higher examples of any 2001 state quarter can sell from $20 to $100 plus, depending on demand and rarity. Silver-proof quarters from 2001, especially from the San Francisco Mint with the S Mint mark, can range from $10 to $30 or more each if they're still in pristine condition. And if you have a complete set of 2001 quarters in silver-proof, that can fetch $50 to $100 or even higher depending on the grading and presentation. So how do you know if your quarter is the jackpot coin? Here are some quick steps. Check the mint mark. Look for P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. Proofs come from San Francisco. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling, off-center designs, missing details, or edge anomalies. Check the condition. The cleaner and sharper the coin, the more it's worth. Use a coin grading guide or service. Consider submitting your best coin to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Compare recent auction sales. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections show what similar coins are selling for right now. Before you spend your next quarter on a soda, take a moment to look closely. That small piece of metal might just be hiding a big surprise. Dig through your coin jars. Check your old pocket change. Ask your parents and grandparents if they have old quarters from 2001. You never know. You might discover a rare mint error that's worth far more than anyone expected. And remember, coin collecting isn't just about the money. It's about history, curiosity, and discovery. Each coin tells a story. The 2001 quarter is no exception. It's a piece of America's heritage. And for some lucky collectors, it's also a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss our next dive into rare and valuable coins. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare 2001 quarter or want help identifying one. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep checking your change.